Welcome back to another video, everyone. For those of you who don't know, we are in the middle of a pretty sizable project. We are turbocharging our NA 6-port FC RX7 sitting right behind me. Now with any rotary, thermal management is extremely important. So today we'll be installing an aftermarket water temp gauge. Now the stock S4 gauge is actually pretty accurate. It's not a dummy gauge or anything like that, but it is a little slow to react, and with all of these cars that I've been modifying, I do like to have that additional peace of mind with an aftermarket sensor. To accommodate the new gauge, we'll be building a new gauge panel for the interior. We'll also be flushing the coolant system and changing out some old hoses. At the end of the episode, I'll show you guys a little preview of what's to come for the FC. Let's get started. Alright, so you're going to begin by draining the radiator. I've already done it, but you should have a plug of some sort at the bottom. And you'll drain that out. And then we're going to remove our radiator hoses so that we could replace them. As you can see, these look kind of sketchy. It looks like the previous owner tried to repair them. And the reason that we're removing all of this is so that we could get access to this thermostat cover so that we could remove that and tap a location for our new water gauge center. Alright, these thermostat housing bolts are going to be 12 mil, and there's 2 of them. Then we'll remove the thermostat. Alright, everything is off. Now we can drill and tap our hole for our new sender. Alright, so first we're going to use an 1132 drill bit to drill our hole. And then we have our 1/8 NPT tap that we will tap where that hole is. That way we could thread in our new sensor. So before we finalize this, what we're going to do is just rinse this out and get any shavings out of here. And then when we install this sender, we're going to just put some thread sealant on here. Alright, well this is good to go. It's nice and snug. One thing I did want to point out before I reinstall this is, since this sensor is after the thermostat, it is only going to get read once that thermostat opens. So before that situation, it is going to read at the low end of its scale, which I believe is 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So just something to keep in mind. Alright, so now we can start reinstalling everything. I'm going to start with the radiator hose. Alright, now we'll install our new thermostat. You are going to want the jiggly pin, if you have one, facing the 2 o'clock position, or this hole right here. This one did not come with one, so I drilled a 1/8 inch hole. So again, we'll just line that up with this rightmost bolt hole in the 2 o'clock position. And then we'll want to add some sealant that is coolant safe around this perimeter, and then reinstall the housing. Alright, next we're going to take some measurements so that we can put a panel inside of this rectangle right here, and then we're going to drill out 3 holes for our gauges. We have boost, AFR, and water temp. Alright, so I don't have my digital boost gauge in just yet, so I'm just going to leave that open for now. But this is looking pretty sharp. Now we just have to make our 2 holes for our switches. We have our fan switch and then our fuel pump relay switch. Alright, let's talk about wiring real quick. This is super easy to wire up. You have these 3 gauge wires over here. Red is 12 volts, so this is going to be a switched power source. Then white is dim-in, so if you want to utilize some sort of dim-in functionality, you'll connect it to this white. And then black is the ground for the gauge. If you do not want to use the dim-in functionality, you could ground these together. This 3-pin connector over here is not used, so I'm going to cut that off. And then this plug, this 2-pin plug, connects to the output of the water temp sender that we already hooked up. We'll just have to fish the additional wire through the firewall. And then this black coming off this plug also gets tied into the ground. Alright, well here's the final result. As you can see, we have our gauges installed, our new panel, our switches, looking pretty sweet. So all that's left to do is try it out. So I'm going to switch on power and we'll see how these gauges look. As you can see, both of them are on, so looks like we wired it up correctly. You know, there wasn't much to mess up. But let's just try one of these switches real quick. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the fan just turned on. This is the newly acquired turbo setup for the FC. It is a Precision 6776. A nice twin scroll manifold with dual wastegates. I don't know if you could tell, but the manifold welds and overall construction looks awesome. I'm always a little cautious to run eBay manifolds, especially on Rotary where the exhaust energy is so high, so I was so happy to see this pop up for sale locally. Previous owner put down $450 to the wheels on this setup, so it's a very nicely put together kit. I'm super excited to put it on, but hope you guys are too, because this looks awesome. Alright, well that's going to be a wrap for today's episode. We accomplished quite a bit. We revised the coolant system, we got fresh coolant in there, new hoses, we also have a new thermostat and a new water temp sensor being displayed on our fresh gauge panel that we built. We are one step closer to getting this thing boosted, and I cannot wait to hear the sweet noises that this turbo setup is going to make. So press that like button if you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.